Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the CalFresh webinar series. This is Ana Bolaños, Chief of CalFresh Healthy Living. This is the final webinar of our series, and we hope that this set of standardized branded tools and materials improve the communications and promotions of your amazing services in our communities. It has been a pleasure starting this process together, and now I will turn it over to Rescue Agency to wrap things up with the branding project and next steps.
Thank you so much, Anna. So as a reminder, our agenda today will touch on a summary of everything we have learned around the CalFresh branding project, a refresher on where to find your toolkits, and hopefully most of you have been playing around with those already, version 2 of the toolkits that's coming up in June, the feedback we've been receiving, and finally a wrap-up for the CalFresh webinar series. As usual, please use the chat feature in the webinar to submit your question. We will address any questions after the webinar. The webinar will be recorded and posted in the training resources section on calfreshhealthyliving.org. Please continue to reach out to support@calfreshunited.com with any additional questions about your new materials. Or if you have any other program-related questions, please reach out to CalFresh Healthy Living at dss.ca.gov. So what have we learned so far? CalFresh supports eligible residents in multiple ways. For those eligible, it is providing food assistance, workforce development, nutrition education to encourage healthy living, and assistance in times of disaster. These services support many of the same populations, but currently, we've noticed that the way people communicate about these services is not cohesive. As we learned at the launch of this project, moving forward, adopting a unified front for all Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program funded services will bring clarity to what these services offer and to whom they support. As a result, the investment and participation in this project is integral in assisting eligible individuals with increasing their knowledge and usage of these services. As you've learned, we have developed a centralized and comprehensive statewide system of the CalFresh brand shown here on the screen, and messages to organize the programs and services offered to Californians. This branded system you see here serves our shared vision of better access to better food for better living in California by uniting our services under one shared identity. Below, you will see all of our services across food benefits, nutrition education, employment and training, and disaster response, and how the new names and logos that we launched in April are different from what they were previously. By making the connection between these services clear, we help Californians recognize all of the support that is available to them and increase the collective impact of our work across the entire state. This will build the value and trust of CalFresh while allowing messages around programs and services to reinforce each other to deliver clear and actionable information to low-income Californians. So we learned throughout this project how branding connects CalFresh services. Brand consistency, as seen in the first purple box on the left, is a powerful tool that communications and marketing professionals use as a best practice. This is why branded products have higher sales than generic branding, despite the product being no different. CalFresh saw the same opportunity to capitalize on the power of branding. When the audience consistently sees branding, it becomes familiar. As consistency and familiarity increases, it increases brand equity, shown in the second purple box, which is also known as the perceived value that an audience places on a brand. So essentially, it starts to mean something to them. As that brand equity increases, it starts to lower perceived audience barriers to participating in CalFresh services, shown in the third purple box. This is because they start to see the brand as something that is for them. That, in turn, increases their openness to participating in new services. For example, I had a positive experience with that CalFresh service, so I expect to have a positive experience with this one too. Together, this momentum contributes to Californians enrolling and participating in more SNAP services, as you can see in the last two boxes. This also increases the perceived collective impact of CalFresh services across the state, as audience members may become aware of friends or family members participating in similar services in another county, further increasing the perception that SNAP services are of value to them. You will notice in each of your toolkits that there is a folder called Standardized Talking Points. That folder contains a few slides, including the one shown here, so that you can share the branding journey of CalFresh with both internal and external stakeholders. If you would like additional talking points or have questions around this process overall or how branding works, feel free to reach out to support@calfreshunited.com and we can provide that to you with greater detail. So let's look back at your toolkits. As a reminder, all of your materials live on calfreshhealthyliving.org. They live on the Partners page. The CalFresh Healthy Living Toolkit is in a separate box than the other toolkits. So when you scroll to the bottom of the Partners page, you will see on the left all of the links for CalFresh Healthy Living, and then on the right, all of the links for generic CalFresh, CalFresh Food, CalFresh Employment and Training, and CalFresh Disaster Response. When you click each of these links, which most of you have already, you'll notice the folders immediately download as zip files onto your computer. So what's coming next? This is the first round of everything we put in your toolkits for the launch of this project. As you can see, we featured templates, a branded folder, branded stickers, social media toolkit, a central image bank, aprons and tablecloth templates, educational posters both in English and Spanish, lists of FAQs, and brand guidelines. We released all of these materials in your toolkits, and throughout the last month and a half, we've been getting some great feedback from all of you on what's working, what could be adjusted, and any recommendations for new items. The release date for version 2 of your toolkits will be June 19th, 2019. They will live in the same links and the same boxes on the Partners page in the Training and Resources section. Everything in these links that you clicked on before will simply be updated with the new items, and any old items will be discarded. So where will the new items live? We have introduced new items in the templates folder, in the gear folder, where aprons and tablecloths live, to the FAQs, and to the brand guidelines. Now I'll go through each new item one by one, and this is all based on the feedback we've been hearing from you, so a huge thank you to everyone who's been answering the surveys and emailing the support line. We really appreciate it. The first new item that we received a request for in the templates folder is the PowerPoint template in the standard size. We initially provided it for widescreen, and we received requests that people would like it in the standard size, which is a 4:3 ratio. So we have developed this for each of the brands. We have also developed PowerPoint templates that are not co-branded, that simply say the CalFresh brand logo without the line in the space for an additional logo. We received a lot of feedback around putting materials in a publisher format. So for this, we have included an instructional document in the new toolkits that will teach you how to convert current Word documents to Microsoft Publisher. We will be providing horizontal Word document templates, as right now we only have vertical ones, and we've heard from you that you would like horizontal ones. We will also be providing templates with funder statements in Spanish, as well as templates with room for 2 to 4 partner logos. We've gotten a lot of feedback around the Spanish language and the room for multiple logos, so we wanted to make sure you have everything you need. Additionally, in the templates folder, we're working on a design that accommodates one single event versus a list of events. You will notice in the handout templates right now as they stand, they accommodate a table of information or a bulleted list. So this way, we can make a more design-heavy template that accommodates just one event, in which you may not need a full list. Moving on to gear, we will be providing a black polo shirt design mock with the full color logo. We've received a lot of feedback around the white shirts, so we will be making sure to develop an option for black shirts as well. We are also mocking up design templates for canopies, so you can have a CalFresh branded canopy for all of your event needs. We will also be providing a smaller size tablecloth for CalFresh Healthy Living, as we received a request for that as well. If any of the other brands would like a smaller tablecloth, please reach out to support@calfreshunited.com and we can make that happen. The next section is brand guidelines. We've heard some feedback around color codes for PMS known as Pantone color codes, which is specific for print. So we are including these color codes in the brand guidelines along with the hex color codes. We are updating any SIA logos as needed, and we are making a version of the brand guidelines for the parent brand of CalFresh overall. The next section we are updating is the FAQs. And this is, again, based on questions we've received from you and questions you've received from partners in the field. So we want to make sure you are properly equipped to answer all of these. The new questions in the FAQs will address questions around materials pricing and ordering, the adoption rate for new materials, and the email signature etiquette that we addressed in the last webinar, how to refer to yourself in writing as well as informally speaking with the new branding. The next section is logos. We've received a lot of requests for the logos in all white on a transparent background, as well as the white stroke logos that are featured in the brand guidelines. So we will make sure to include those in the logos folder. Lastly, coming soon, we will be updating all of the CalFresh outreach brochures to feature the new branding. These will be live on the website in the next couple of months. They won't necessarily line up with version 2 of the toolkit, but will be more of a rolling basis over the next couple of months. And we will make sure to announce to everyone via email when those are officially live. So keep the great feedback coming. We've been hearing so much from you, and it's really helping us to develop your materials. A question that we've noticed a lot about the templates and felt it was necessary to address today is how to delete pages. So we've developed a video here to show you exactly what to do and instructions whether you're using a Mac computer or a PC. The video shown here is on a Mac computer. So you simply press Command 8 and this will show all of the paragraph marks on the template. Once those are shown, like you can see here, simply select the paragraph marks you want to delete and delete them. To delete any manual page breaks, simply select the page break and delete that as well. So you can see here in the video, once I delete those paragraph marks, I now have a one-page template. If you're on a PC, you will go to the View tab, select the navigation pane in the Show section, select the blank page thumbnail in the left panel, and press your Delete key until it is removed. These slides will be posted in the Training and Resources section on calfreshhealthyliving.org, so if you ever need to refer back to this slide about how to delete pages, you can do so. Please continue sharing your new materials with us. We love to see them. An example here is from the Fresno County Department of Public Health. They took it upon themselves to mock up a co-branding example for CalFresh Healthy Living and the Department of Public Health, and they made all of these and they look perfect. So you can see here, the CalFresh Healthy Living logo is on the left, and the agency logo is on the right. As a refresher, to maintain a uniform brand with all partners, the CalFresh logo can be used with another logo using a logo lockup as shown here with the partner brand. In a logo lockup, the CalFresh logo should be displayed to the left of the partner logo. It should never be to the right. The partner logo on the right should not exceed the height of the dividing line in the lockup unless it is necessary for legibility. In some cases, multiple partner logos may be used. The CalFresh logo should not be altered in any way to become part of the existing partner brand's logo, Logo clear space rules still apply to logo lockups. So they did it perfectly here. The partner logo does not exceed the height of the line and is on the right side in the right placement. So kudos to the Fresno County Department of Public Health and anyone else. If you've been making any logo lockups or updating new materials, please send them to support@calfreshunited.com. We would love to see those and share those out. So wrapping up the CalFresh webinar series, what to expect moving forward. Thank you again to everyone. Your support has been instrumental in this process. And again, we welcome more feedback. There will be a survey sent out via SurveyMonkey after this webinar that will be more in-depth than the survey you have already been filling out. The survey you have seen previously was very technical and specifically about your materials. The survey you will receive later today is much more qualitative and will really gauge how you've been feeling about the process. Let us know how we can help you and anything else we should know. Please continue submitting your questions and your feedback. We are here to support you every step of the way. And while Toolkits version 2 are currently in development, the release date is coming up soon, and that will be June 19th, 2019.
Thank you, Alisa with Rescue, for taking us through the second wave of the toolkits and next steps. I really appreciate everyone who has cooperated with us during this lengthy process, and with your participation and cooperation, this launch of the brand has been a great success. That's it for now. I thank you and have a great rest of the afternoon.